The TKM Festival 2016 is in full swing. It's time for the TKM Extreme Festival Cup with Matthew Harris and Alex Rees on the front row, Seb Hutchinson and Paul Monks on the second, Taylor and Wadley, Horton and Green, Oliver Milner and Andreas Gutsold rounding out the top 10. Keep an eye on Amy Duke in 11th position, Jake Taylor in 12th, Jodie Newman could make a move or two through the field. And there's quite a few out of position too, so let's see as we ride on board with Sebastian Hutchinson to move into second position at the first corner. Yes, just about held on to it. Very nice moves through the first couple of corners, and there's a little bit of jostling as we expect to see in the TKM Festival races, but into the lead, Matthew Harris in front of Sebastian Hutchinson, and already it's game on at the front end of the field.
Well, quite surprisingly, the whole field got through turn one without any incident. That's Matthew Harris, the 19 race leader, started on pole, of course. He comes down TKM straight into the left-hander at Kestrel corner. That will lead them out into Kim Bolton. That's James Buckingham, the novice. He's had an incident, so he's pushing it to get it started again, but well down the field.
Yeah, green flag's waving because obviously the incident there with James Buckingham behind us is up to second position. Goes the 76. Alex Rees moves up past Hutchinson, our onboard cameraman, and there's a little bit of melee into the first corner. That is Burgess and Kenyon who have come together. Unfortunately, both of them look as though they're going to drop to the back of the field with that one. Two karts into the same bit of tarmac. It's not going to work out for either of them. And that's Paul Monks. That's Paul Monks out of the race on only the second lap. Absolute drama here.
I think Paul Monk started on the second row. He's a former winner at the British Championship level, but he's obviously not going to be winning today. Obviously got some sort of technical issue and out of the race.
Well, Paul Monks is a big name to lose from the fray. A British Championship race winner, of course, Paul Monks, and to lose him on only the second lap is dramatic indeed. Meanwhile, still the 19, Harris leading the way, Rees second, Hutchinson third. The rest of the field tighten up together as they go through the first corner. Still a lot of drivers trying to settle into a rhythm. Bit too much curb taken there from the 64, I think that was. And that, if that is the 60, oh, we've lost someone right in front of our camera lens, shooting off big style. That's Jodie Newman. Newman now has gone off into Derricks. That's a big moment indeed. I'm not sure how she lost that. Maybe just a similar sort of incident to the one we saw earlier for Joel Oswick. Just two wheels onto the grass, and the kart has no grip at all.
35 Sam Taylor there in fourth place, right in the mix. We're back on board with Seb Hutchinson down the inside for the lead, and that is a great move, and going with him is Hutchinson.
Rees into the lead then, so Rees gets there and heads into the lead of the race. Fourth position now. That looks like the 35 Sam Taylor has got himself up into the mix as Andreas Gutsold goes through the picture. He's right in the middle of the battle, but into the lead it's Rees who leads. Harris is now third behind Hutchinson, who is our cameraman as we know, and fourth position the 35 Sam Taylor right in the mix. A little bit of a nerve on the far side into Kestrel, and Hutchinson is going to take the lead, is he? No, Rees holds to the inside. Back to the inside goes Harris to take second. Taylor's going to try and get third. Fantastic to watch these four scrap for position. Back on board with Hutchinson. That is our second place man in front. Is he going to be able to challenge Rees into the first corner? No, he has to wait until the Willows. Back on the inside though, Taylor's through into third place.
Great race action all the way down the field. Pick out your favourite drivers as they come up here through the Willows Classic Complex in karting here at Kim Bolton, one of the oldest circuits in the UK. Great history here. They come through the bus stop at Derricks, out of the bus stop up to Den Weldon corner. This is Den Weldon corner. You can see the karts battling all the way down the field. There's a good 10-12 karts just in that battle for position there.
Well, fifth position is now the 24 Matthew Horton, just in front of the 60 Rob Wallace, and there's a great battle just behind this lot as well. So all the way through the field there are battles, and as we've said time and time again, Alan, even if you're not fighting for the victory, if you're in a gaggle of 8 or 9 karts, you want to be the driver at the head of that train.
Absolutely, because today you might be battling for 14th or 15th place, but in a year's time that same battle may be for the lead. So it's that experience that you gain in the midfield battles, trying to come out on top of those battles, that give you experience for later on in your career, or later on the following weekend, the following year, when you're at the front. We've got a Battenberg flag deployed. Slow down to a steady pace behind the race leader. There's the Battenberg flag in the background. I'm not sure what the issue is. I think there's a kart off through Kim Bolton corner. Haven't got any pictures of it, but we're under a Battenberg at the moment. So this is effectively the virtual safety car of karting. The difference being that everybody closes up behind the race leader. You don't maintain the same position. The flag's been withdrawn at the end of this lap. You can see the flag, the Battenberg flag there on that marshal post, but the green flag on the marshal post to the left, that's the start line, and we're underway and racing again.
What a start from the two leaders as well. It looked as though Taylor was going to try and make the banzai move into third position at the first turn Stowe corner, and I think he's managed to get that move done, or is he? Well, he's still side by side with Hutchinson. They're still scrapping away, and there's actually about 4 or 5 karts trying to scramble over the back of them as well. Up into 5th position comes the 60 of Rob Wallace. He wants to move up into the top 4, and all the way down the order, the 35 has just plummeted down the field. He's lost about 6 or 7 places in that one move at Dan Weldon corner. All you have to do to lose out is to get 1 or 2 inches offline. If you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile, and he's tumbled down to about 9th position.
Here comes Matthew Horton for 3rd place, and going with him is Jack McCauley. We're back on board here with Seb Hutchinson. That's McCauley in front. The man on the podium at the moment is the 24 of Matthew Horton as he come into Derek's bus stop. Oh, there's all sorts kicking off here.
He's having a go. McCauley's holding it to the inside line. He might just get an opportunity up and over the curb, and he's through. What a clean move there on Horton. He's banzais up and over the curb. No contact at all, but McCauley holds that 3rd position. Hutchinson's still there in 5th position, waiting to pounce up and on the curbs. A big challenge from Horton to the inside. Is he through? Yes, he gets there, and up into 5th position. Past Hutchinson comes Rob Wallace. Absolutely spectacular battling. This is TKM Festival Gold Dust.
Classic stuff. It's on board here with Hutchinson. Hutchinson gets run wide and he's trying to make up 2 places and ends up going nowhere.
Every year, without fail, the TKM Festival delivers. It is my favourite karting event in the British Motorsport calendar, as again the 2 leaders try and get away from the rest of the pack. Is that McCauley back to the inside to 3rd position again? I think he's got there. The orange helmet is now 3rd position once more. 4th position though, Wallace. 5th place, Hutchinson. This is going to be such a tight scrap.
Hutchinson up the inside and gets it done. What a great piece of action, onboard action. Seb Hutchinson is giving us here, and here's a move for the lead. Change of leader.
Yes, Harris is through. He's got past Reese. We're back on board with Hutchinson as McCauley again, hanging on to 4th position, trying to close up on Matthew Horton in 3rd place. Look at the tension on the pit wall as everybody unsure of what's going to befall on this last lap of the TKM Extreme Festival Cup. And these 2 battling away with Reese now back in front of Harris. So he managed to get him maybe a corner or 2 after he'd already taken the lead. This is your last chance, Matthew. You've got to find a way past him. Otherwise, the winner is going to be Alex Reese. He holds the inside line. He's going to try for the undercut. They're going to be side by side down the straight. They are wheel to wheel across the line. Who's going to get it? It's a photo finish. Reese does it by 0.02 of a second. Absolutely stunning finish. And that is absolutely as close as you can get it in the TKM Festival Cup. Amazing win from Reese, just holding on by the width of a cigarette paper to Harris. Horton is 3rd from McCauley, Hutchinson and Taylor.
It was a bit of a moment, but then you're all on your own at the end, weren't you?
Yeah. I don't know, the 3rd and 4th I didn't have a good start on the restart, and just tried and getting them quick and trying catching the front 2, but they were too far ahead.
Yeah. Started on pole position. I mean, really, you 2 were just at it all race, weren't you? In that last lap, it just was a matter of inches over the line.
I haven't been that close in a race for a long time, and it was a shame because I thought I had the pace to do it, but he just squeezed me at the end, and off he went, and didn't quite get there.
The last lap was definitely interesting because I knew he was right on the back of me, and he had the pace to beat me, but I don't know how, but I managed to keep him off, and with a very close finish. So.
Well, just time to bring you highlights from the TKM Clubman class in this one. It will be a titanic struggle between Carl Morby and Matthew Grant, but in the early running, the 11 of David Turton would slip into 3rd place, the 98 of David Willesee in 4th. 17 was in the mix as well, Jack Coburn, the 12 car trying to get himself into the action. Unfortunately, Rob Aston, the novice, spun himself out. All his own work, as you can see here in the replay, trying not to run into the back of David Willesee. He succeeded in doing that, but in doing so, put himself out of the race on lap 1. New race leader Into the start of lap 2, it was the 56, Matthew Grant up the inside of Morby for the lead. David Willesey on the 98 would make his bid for third, but at this stage David Turton would hold on. Down to the bus stop, Turton was defending, trying to force Willesey round the outside, but that was just costing them time, allowing the leaders to get away. And get away they would, but the battle for third was raging as the 17 Jack Coburn had come through from 5th to 4th looking for third, but Turton was having none of it. He would fight back. Willesey there now dropped back to 5th place. Coburn wouldn't give up on 3rd place though. It was down TKM straight into Kestrel Corner where he would make the move again, and this time he'd make it stick. So Coburn through to 3rd, Turton still 4th at this stage from Willesey. That would prove decisive for the 3rd spot of the podium. Couple of laps further on, a lead change as Carl Morby, the 19, grabs the lead back, just manages to hold on through the willows. You can see the 17 Jack Coburn well clear now in 3rd place. Top 3 positions would remain as they are as they went into the last lap. Jake picks up the story.
These two pushing all the way to the death as we go into the final lap of the TKM Clubman final. Which of these two is it going to be? Kyle Morby or Matthew Grant? Can he overhaul Morby on the final turn? They sweep through the willows, down the Imitsu straight. He's got to look for an opening. Kyle Morby is going to make that cart as wide as possible. He will not give him an opportunity if he can possibly help it. He holds the inside line everywhere he goes. Matthew Grant is breathing down his neck. They come out of Dan Weldon, down the TKM straight. He knows he's there. He's trying to keep his cart to the middle of the circuit to stop him coming to the left or the right. Up and over the curve. Is Grant going to find a way to the inside? No, he can't. Morby's still going to get there. There might be an opportunity, but it's all gone. Kyle Morby's going to get the victory, and what an amazing moment that must be for him. It means the world. Grant in 2nd place from Jack Coburn, who comes home in 3rd place. David Turton is in 4th place, and a big mover, Jessica Brickley, up 4 places. She finishes 5th ahead of David Willesey.
Those were the short highlights from the Clubman race. Junior TKM O-Plate British Open up next.